bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game.
When it was a gift from the Creator.
A sacred rite. A curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Welcome back, folks. 2026 NABLL Championship Series. Semifinal number 2. We're down to 3 teams. Thousand Island Spirits knocking off the Isotopes in a 10-5 game. It was sitting at 5-5 going into the fourth quarter. A big fourth out of the Spirits secure their spots. They've been the team to beat. Isotopes have been the one that gave them the closest run so far. Up next, the Guyagahona Lakers taking on the Paper City Oaks. Guyagahona 2-1 in their round robin play. The 6th seed going into the bracket play. The Oaks 10th. 0-3, worst goals against record of the 0-3 teams. Here they are in the semifinals. Getting hot at the right time. An incredible game in the quarterfinal earlier. Go back and watch that tomorrow. But for now, settle in. We've got 40 minutes of action coming to you. Facing off for the Lakers, number 1, Wyatt Cooper. On the other side, Oaks do not have numbers on their arms, but 21, Nath Powers with the win. He's been dominant this weekend from the X. Oaks with their first chance. A push staying with the Oaks. In net, Tyler Seneca.
That's not Beesky.
Oh, no, pardon me. In the whites, they have numbers flipped. This is Joshua Laforme.
Josiah, I believe.
Josiah, pardon me. Josiah in net for the Lakers. Looking solid. Got a good stance down there, buddy. Paddleford, first shot of the game for him. Wide off the boards, being chased down by the Lakers. Andrew Young with those young legs feeds his buddy in front. Unable to connect. That was... Can't find his number on the score sheet. Number 74 with the shot. Oaks coming up the floor. Tucker Spencer working with William O'Neill on the righty side. William Pierce. Prees with the shot outside. Not troubling Josiah. The Lakers working the ball around. I haven't seen many of their games. Do not know many of these players. The Oaks, on the other hand, I have seen a good number of. Facing down the shot, wrong stick on the wrong side, eaten up by Josiah.
You would recognize more of these guys in their old Newtown uniform back when you were playing, I bet.
That
a
would
lot of
make
the
sense.
Lakers team.
That would make sense.
That's Zach Miller up top, 66. On the near side, we got Chris Atwood with the ball.
Chris Atwood, Zach Miller, Ben Miller, his brother, on this team as well.
It's
Reset.
Caleb Johnson with it, back to Miller.
Miller. Pucks one away. 77, Danny Howler. The assistant captain for these Lakers with the pass to 18.
It was Atwood with the assist. They might have that one wrong, but I guarantee that's Chris Atwood.
All right.
With the assist, just because I know him from seeing him enough times. But
I'll trust you on that.
Atwood to Caleb Johnson.
I'm looking at the Paper City sheet again. Pardon me, this has been a long day over here. Atwood to Caleb Johnson. Thank you, Beecher, for saving me there.
Oh, good. That's one of the. There's definitely some of these players I cover enough that it doesn't matter what jersey they have on. I recognize them out there. Atwood, definitely one of those guys.
Flipping my papers around so we can get them on the right side here. Moving the ball over to Kenny Doohan. Ball dropped. O'Neill drives the net. He's going to take an underhand shot. Not troubling Josiah there with the 5-hole. Long pass into coverage. Alex Linder, the captain, left a bit early to cut off that pass. He's going to sit in the box. They're the beneficiary of three too many men calls in their quarterfinal game against the Nor'easters. Paying it back a little bit of luck there. 75 going to make his way to the box. Brody Baker going to take a seat. The top of the power play here for the Lakers, Wyatt Cooper. Zach Miller down on the righty crease. Righty shooter, Thomas Stevens. Back up to Cooper. Cooper over to 43. 43 is Nelson Logan. Shot stopped by Cam Pelon. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right. Beach, you got any idea?
You're saying it right. I pronounce it wrong all the time with Pylon, but it's definitely Cam Pelon, and I feel bad because he is a super nice guy.
And he's a good player, too. He's been tough to beat all weekend. Really got to get moving. Got to get to the inside if you want to get around this guy. Paddleford carrying the ball over. Lakers leaving a guy in the offensive half. Oaks going to match feet. 3 men ragging the ball now. Paddleford is shifty. as he works around one. Can't quite turn the corner. Shot clock running out. He's going to dump it in the corner, get off, and get the man down defense on. It's like Cooper going down to the righty crease. Logan at the righty shooter. 77, Chris Atwood pulls one, bangs one bar down and out. On the far side, Thomas Steven up in the shooter position. Zach Miller in the crease. Atwood.
Oh, my goodness, Chris Atwood. And that's why I always recognize Chris Atwood.
Following his own rebound, able to pick one up and reach around Cam Pelon. This is what I'm talking about, getting to the inside. Pelon able to make that initial save, but when he reaches out to pick up the loose ball, Atwood's able to beat him to it, get his hands back to the right, and just tuck it around Pelon. 2-0 Lakers.
And I've got the score messed up. I will fix that right now. Sorry, everybody.
Oaks with the ball off the faceoff. Looking to get their way onto the score sheet. Going to have to get to the middle here. Josiah's looked strong on these outside shots. They're letting him find a rhythm early. We were talking earlier about Beck Hagen, who's built his whole game around the small NLL sticks. You'll see the opposite here in Josiah's stance. More wide, more square, built off of a large wooden stick in between his legs. Able there to meet the shooter with a strong right elbow.
He's also one of those guys who refs, coaches kids. Josiah, an all-around great person for the lacrosse community. We love Josiah LaForman. His brother, I believe, is also playing defense for the Lakers.
Atwood to the middle, denied by Pelon. Long pass connected. O'Neal spins off one. He's got two defenders on him. He's running to space. Finds Paddleford. Kenny Doohan out there with the duo. Joined by Tucker Spencer and William Priest. A good 5-hole save from Josiah. Just because he's built his game around the traditional stick doesn't mean he's not active with his 5-hole, able to close the door there. Hall down to Miller. Doesn't find his buddy down inside, Stevens, who had space cut into the net. Ball off the boards, transition coming. Oaks pushing down the floor. A pick coming for him, he doesn't use it. A push will keep the ball with the Oaks. I love Chris Crane, the referee's calls. Very animated. Can't misunderstand what he's calling in the slightest.
No, absolutely not. Plus, I mean, taking the shot and staying in all weekend, from what I've heard, that was pretty atrocious.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back, he showed one of the players the bruise he had on his stomach 2 possessions after it happened, and you could see it from our vantage point up here. An unbelievable bruise. I'm going to probably ask him.
Oh, yeah. I asked him, I was like, you guys don't wear pads under your shirts? And he said, no.
No way.
What's the matter with you guys?
We got helmets recently.
Yeah. I wear pads for everything. I'm like Bubble Boy when I show up.
Cutting across the net. Pelon meets it, stuck in his helmet.
And really, Pelon, that's one of the things, like, you don't make it this far in the tournament unless you have a goalie of that caliber.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, an 0-3 start for the Oaks. Going to 2-0 since, looking to make it 3. It's been on the back of Cam Pelon. A hot goalie will get you in the right spot. Takes the offense to match it. But given the Oaks the opportunities they've needed, Ian Jackson there with the shot wide and off the boards. Lakers collect, and they have numbers here. To the net. 22 with the shot denied by Pelon. Got to take that extra step to glory in front. Again, you got to get Pelon moving if you're going to beat him over and back. A good job by him to change possessions. Unfortunately, unable to corral it and give the Oaks a good opportunity there with a breakaway on a quick whistle.
A great play on just pushing him over.
O'Neal to Tucker. Pierce. Jackson with the ball. Outside shot. Denied easily by Josiah. Ball moved up the floor just out of reach. Pilon able to pull that in, gather possession, and send the ball long. 24 seconds left in the first quarter here. Oaks trying to find their way onto the board. Pierce calling for one shot, looking for the last one. Paddleford gets over the top. He'll let this one go. Big save by Josiah. Pilon still in net on the other side. Josiah thought about looking for the long shot, but Cameron standing there tall. Not worth it.
Not worth it, and not going to try to lose the ball or have something silly happen down there.
A good start for the Lakers. After a poor showing in Milwaukee last year, they called this their redemption tour. An 0-3 start to the year and one loss since here at the tournament. Undefeated after a couple midseason pickups, really round out the team. They're off to a good start. You can see them, everybody slapping hands, bumping fists. They're together. They're a good locker room and a great community. And we're excited to see how they can handle this 2-0 lead going into the second quarter. Oaks, on the other hand, like we've mentioned, a hot start for the boys. I mean, a slow start for the boys turns into a hot start to bracket play. Now they got to dig deep and figure out who they are, what they've got going. They can dig out of this 2-0 hole and bring it back to make it a game. Any thoughts?
Watching the end of that last game, they are far from out of this. The question is can they get the regular goals, or is it just those highlight crazy goals at the end? Is it going to be a low-scoring game? Are they able to even get, past 5? In these fast games, it's something you don't think about, but really you're not looking at that 10-goal mark as what you're gauging yourself on.
I'm looking for the Oaks offense to start really working together. Those pick and rolls, most importantly the roll, getting to the middle, penetrating the defense. Right now they're staying around the outside, trying to run over the top, being denied entry through the top, and settling for some outside shots. Good goaltending on the Lakers' behalf by Josiah has kept them off the scoreboard till now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that's one thing. The Lakers' offense, they have been playing together. Some of these guys for decades now at this point in their lives. That's one thing, having NABLL that starts young. So that is one thing with Paper City. Anybody who's not familiar, I've had a chance to talk to these guys quite a few times. This is a organization that has a storied, they have the only NABLL team basically out of Albany, which is something. If you don't know what NABLL is, that's the North American Minors Lacrosse Association. Most American players that in the NLL played some form of NABLL growing up. There's a handful of guys that haven't, but for the most part, they've your box lacrosse players, I shouldn't say lacrosse players, but your box lacrosse players definitely.
Yeah, guys like Joey Ress.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite American lacrosse player. I think he's just a stud. But yeah, they started out as a Tech Valley attack. It's 5 of those players, the coach and the GM, all involved with that team, which built the core here for the Paper City Oaks. Looking to continue things here. A good save from Josiah. First real test from the inside. Up to the challenge. Collapses down. Swings his stick left. You'll notice when he sets up, he keeps his stick on the right side by his right foot. Locking off that side of the 5-hole. Forcing he's either going to wait or he has to move his stick left. Those are the 2 decisions he has to make in order to close the 5-hole there. A breakaway here is going to be tested again. Up for the challenge. Big glove knocks the ball down. Able to control the rebound at his feet. And the Lakers will move the ball up the floor.
Bryce Williams flying up. Nice little pass. And so often you see these passes where you have to bounce them. You have to throw it from an awkward position. And that's something you're just learning from years of having the stick in your hand. Coach isn't going to let you mess around with that.
Absolutely. Gets inside. Cameron Pilon able to meet the challenge from number 1, Wyatt Cooper. I'm going to flip my papers back here again before I start calling guys by the other team. Alex Linder, the captain, carrying the ball down, flips the floor to Doohan. Doohan up to Tucker. Tucker, toe drag, gets inside, rings one off the pipe. All out of play, going to stay Oaks ball. 8:30 to go in the half. Tucker Spencer will start things off here. Swing it over to 76, John Hicks. Hicks working with Paddleford and Linder on the lefty side. A lefty strong team, and wow. Bouncer gets Josiah moving to his left. Bounce comes back towards that near pipe. The release point tells you, as a goalie, everything in your body tells you that ball's going to the right side. That low underhand release, able to just drag it and beat Josiah just over his left pad, right pad, our left side on your screen. Back at the faceoff dot, Powers met by Wyatt Cooper. Powers has been dominant at the faceoff X. A good battle with the Nor'easters. However, when it came down the stretch, Powers was the guy. Miller able to pick up that loose ball. A fake that got me going.
I looked. Camera looked. Everybody looked. We all bought it.
Cameron Pilon meets the challenge. Swings up top to Miller, unable to catch that high pass. Charges off the floor. O'Neal is there to meet the challenge.
And Josiah, that's the IQ right there. Just knowing he doesn't really have to get possession, just get the whistle.
Made it a little bit dramatic too. Made sure that William didn't want to be anywhere near that swinging stick. Imagine that with a 20-pound wooden stick coming down at you. You're going to run away fast. Able to just waste enough time to get his defense out on the floor. Give him a chance. That ball did cross the midline, however, it was tipped. Oaks able to corral it. Outside shot. Wow. Sneaks one through the 5-hole.
And that's that team offense you were talking about. They're moving the ball around great. Chris Crane over there with the hand signal, super animated, so we knew it was tipped. They didn't have to knock it back. But what a goal that was.
Just a bit awkward from Josiah. Back towards his right side foot where he keeps his stick. He's used to moving that left and exploding to his left. It's with his pad there, his hand's going to get jammed up against his right side pad. And it's just awkward to get that stick there. He's going to want that one back. A little collision behind the play there. Lakers calling for something. G. Johnson out on Alex. But unfortunately just not caught by anyone here.
That's G's kid, though, 18.
Yeah, that's one of the things the Lakers are really proud of, the community, as they were saying. G being able to play with his son, a couple father-son duos, a couple brothers on the team, really a family affair, something they're really excited about. G mentioned he was grateful for the NABLL because he would have never gotten the chance to play with his son anywhere but this league. And here they are in the national semifinals looking for a chance to play on Sunday. Outside shot.
Frank Thompson.
Junior.
He's a big boy, man. He winds up, he's got a very heavy shot.
Frank will restart things here, working with Mason Thompson on the right side. Outside shot. Cam's going to eat that up. Long pass. Going to bounce well for 77. He's going to chase it down with a chance here. Tucks one over the shoulder. The Oaks are back.
Danny Howler on that goal.
Danny Howler, the assistant captain, able to beat one and just a dominant half for the Oaks so far. Tail 2 games at this point. The Lakers controlling the first quarter. Oaks with a more dominant second quarter, coming back to get the lead. All 5 goals coming down to our left side here. Powers with Cooper at the faceoff dot. Cooper able to win one away. Picked up by Joseph. Over and back called. Miller drops the ball there for Alex. Wants to play, but Alex is going to wait. Gets off the floor. Lakers get their 5 defenders out there. Oaks with the offense. Shot by Tucker. Alex there to disrupt the rebound. It's his right to go after that ball until Josiah has possession. And here come the Lakers. Papa pushing the ball up the floor. With space, gets to the middle. Good save by Cam. Big rebound here. Papa able to corral it. And they're going to settle in for an offensive opportunity. Get their full offensive set on the floor. Frank Thomas. Last one to step on. Shot clock down to 10. Backside pass off the boards. And a push is going to send the ball Oaks' way. Here come the Oaks. 76 on the Oaks carrying the ball up the field. That's John Hicks. Hicks plays a bit of offense. William O'Neill, known to be on both sides of the field as well. Working the ball down. 26, that's Kenny Dewin. Kenny Dewin to Ian Johnson. Ian Johnson working around to Tucker. A couple of big hitches. No angle, easy save by Josiah around the back of the net. Pass blocked. Who's going to come up with it? Still fighting for the ball down there. Matt Swar's hand up in the air. Protested by Ian Jackson, pardon me. Swartz unbothered, not going to hear it. He knows he's right. He's going to sit the young man down.
Well, essentially at that choice, you're making the choice. Either I take the 2-minute penalty or I keep running my mouth and, maybe get a double minor.
I'm sure Swartz said something along those lines as well. Chris Atwood at the point. Nelson Logan, the righty shooter. Zach Miller moving up to the lefty shooter. He has been playing down on the crease for most of this game. Thomas Steven taking his spot down on the crease. And filling out the roster, Wyatt Cooper down on the righty crease. Let's see what they have drawn up here. Wow. Rings one off the pipe.
He's got such a smooth shot.
To corral the rebound. Miller to Atwood. Atwood to Logan. Back to Atwood. Atwood rings one off the pads. Another opportunity here. Still a minute 30 on the shot. 2 quality shots on the penalty. 2 quality shots already by the Lakers power play. Cuts the middle. Atwood finds one. Getting to the dirty areas, like I said, is going to be what it takes to beat Cam. We're tied at 3-3. First goal of the second quarter for the Oaks. And that penalty's going to release. 3 quality chances in a minute 20. That's an efficient power play. Able to get done in 40 seconds. Down to a minute 10 on the clock as we're still setting up for this face-off.
How about Thomas Stevens down there just setting the picks, a bowl and a China chop, moving through the middle on the replay.
Creating some space, dragging the defenders on the left side of that square.
Right off his forehead.
On the left side of the square, opening the space for Atwood. Laughing here at Wyatt Cooper's ball stuck in the back of his stick, and he just dumps it off his teammate's forehead, trying to get rid of it. Number 6, William Prees on the left side, working with Paddleford. That's Rylan Paddleford, Caden Paddleford. Fortunately, we haven't seen here in the last couple games. I hope everything's all right with him. Zach Miller with time and space here. Cam's going to have to make a save, and he does. Just not getting him moving enough. Couple fakes thrown, but no bite. Oaks pushing the ball fast. 8 seconds on the clock. Alex Linder loses it. 4 to go. Might as well take a push there and let the clock run out. Not that kind of push in front of the net. Believe that's 17. Joseph Laforme, who's going to go to the box at the end of the half. Oaks will start the half up 5-4 with a 5-on-4 power play, tied 3-3. We'll still face off as we always do here in box lacrosse. Excited to see how the rest of this plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the story of really 2 different quarters now. The first quarter pretty handily, not handily dominated, but score-wise at least. it was the Lakers were up. And then this one, you know, the Oaks come back, answer. It's kind of like how they started the tournament. A little slow to get going, but now they're back into it.
Absolutely. It's fun to see. The Oaks have entertained us all weekend, some great games across the board, especially down this playoff stretch. I think everything has been within one goal, at least in the last 3 minutes. One may have gotten away. They may have run away with one at the end there versus Nashville, who kind of lost their head. But it's been entertaining, and it's exciting to watch. Happy to see another great semifinal here. We'll be back with more action.
Deserve better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game.
When it was a gift from the Creator.
A sacred rite. A curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game.
When it was a gift from the Creator.
A sacred rite. A curing ritual. Traditions, they travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth.
Welcome back, second half action. The last 20 minutes of play here in the NABLL semifinal Saturday night. Lakers taking the late penalty there will start a man down. Oaks electing to have 3 guys back, just like the Lakers. The Lakers down a man makes sense. The Oaks, you don't need 3 guys to fight against 0. But Powers unable to corral it. A big win from Wyatt Cooper.
One of those ATV lacrosse players. I say it all the time. There's a bunch of these guys that can, play every position. He's got some goals. He can take the face off. He can run out the D-door.
Flipping my sheets back again. Mason Thompson out on the floor with Chris Atwood. Darcy Redeye on the lefty side. And another penalty for the Lakers.
I missed what happened. It's Mason Thompson that's getting the call.
Offensive penalties will kill you. That's 2 here to start the second half. 1 coming just before the halftime whistle.
Yeah, I clicked it way too late. I tried to take a look at it. We got to shout out Yeedy McFulson, too. He's been in the comments the whole tournament, and he's all over it. He's telling them, like it. Push the algorithm. Let's get some eyeballs on it. I love it.
Way. Yeedy McFulson, you've got a great name there, too.
And you got to love saying it.
Yeah. Fun to have you in the chat all weekend. Thank you for everyone who's joined us so far. We'll be back on the call tomorrow at noon Eastern for the championship. Winner of this game taking on the Thousand Island Spirits. Oaks looking to take the lead here in the second half. Starting things off 5-on-3. They're going to go with 5 guys on the power play. A lot of teams electing to work with just 4. Lakers with an inverted triangle, putting 2 up on the top. That bottom guy is going to rotate. You'll see the guy on the far side drop in. A deflected pass. Good work by the Lakers defense here. 8 on the shot clock. Going to deny them a good look. And Josiah's there to shut the door on Paddleford. Josiah with the outlet up through the defender to Zach Miller. 49 seconds on the first penalty. Looking to kill some time here. He'll go back to Zach. Zach with 12 seconds going to look to get a shot off. Finds his guy streaking around the net, going for a dunk on the far side, unable to beat Cameron to that pipe. Ball swings over. Alex Linder jaunting up the floor, trying to get settled into this 5-on-3 again. The first inverted triangle I've seen through the weekend. Nice to see some change up on the defensive end. G. Johnson, likely one of the guys pushing that. A great defensive mind. Paddleford swings around, backside pass denied. 3 sticks in the lane there. Good discipline by the Lakers. Cutting up the floor over to Atwood. Atwood's going to get a chance. Cam steps left, brings himself back, and is able to get high and deny him that opportunity. Lakers kill off the first penalty. 20 seconds left in the second one. We're 5-on-4.
The patience of Cam is just mind-blowing to me. He sits there, Atwood's throwing all those fakes, he doesn't bite.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things to see. Guy in the control of his emotions in a high-stakes situation. Off the pipe, down the length of the floor. Cam's going to come out and pick it up. Penalty's going to release a big kill from the Laker, not allowing a goal on either one of those offensive side penalties. Getting away with one there. Getting away with 2 there. Here's Jackson. Swings the ball to Doohan. Cross crease pass to Paddleford. Back to Doohan. And there's 74. I know his name by now. Pardon me, that's Alex Linder. I definitely know his name. All over the floor. There to pick up the loose ball. Not a surprise in the slightest. A hold call on the Lakers. The Oaks are going to go back to the power play. Picked up by Doohan. Doohan to Tucker. Tucker to Alex. Alex will turn and run. He likes to go to net. Through a few guys. Lets one go, and that's the shot clock. We're going to see Another power play, a hold on the Lakers defender there. 32. Shub Stevens. Got a brother on this team. Lyle Stevens working on out of the offensive end, 32-22. Imagine they picked their numbers together. Will O'Neill at the point. Dewin making his way to the righty shooter. Tucker Spencer down on the righty crease. On the left side, William Pierce and Ryland Paddleford working the left side. Zach Miller out on the penalty kill here. I imagine he's going to break hard, especially when he picks off a shot like that. Zach on his horse, not being chased down. He had an extra gear. Puts one off the pipe. Rebound collected. Still 3-3, 6 minutes left in this quarter. It's been all Oaks on the power play. Lakers without much of an offensive chance. Puts one off the pads of Josiah. Big fight for this rebound. Stealing a possession if they're able to. Over and back. Lakers will get the chance to kill some time off here. Rag team getting their work in. Thomas Stevens, another Stevens family member. Arm goes up for the Oaks, 91. Cam Hallett. Big hit there as well. If he's going to go to the box, he's going to get the most of it.
Yep, right in front of the official.
Matt Schwartz giving him a little explanation on what happened there. Great having him in these games.
I tell you, what a difference it makes, though, with the animated officials. It's not something I even really paid a ton of attention to until you brought it up, and I was like, oh, it makes it so much easier for us when they're doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not sitting here guessing.
I got to give Brian credit, too. He's been looking up at me over on Rink 2 and making sure I see the signals. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Isaiah as well, loud enough for everybody to hear.
He's loud enough you can hear him, that's for sure.
Miller, 4-on-4 opportunity. He cuts through the middle. Backhand pass. Didn't know where the defender was, or his teammate was, unable to connect with Darcy Redeye. Darcy Redeye, big swing there, fighting for the loose ball. The Lakers will hustle back, nearly killing off this penalty. Going to have a power play opportunity next time up the floor. Not before the Oaks get their chance at 4-on-4. Zach Miller a little late on the change. Alex Linder stays with him. That's why we're not seeing a full set down here quite yet. Here we are with 8 seconds to go, 4-on-4, 5-on-4 now as the Lakers start their power play. A backhand shot blocked by Josiah. G moving the ball up to 74.
74 is a mystery.
Life's a mystery.
Life's a mystery. Actually, it looks like Ben Miller, though.
That would make sense.
Because he's normally 24, and I don't see a 24, so I'm betting that's Ben Miller. I think when I just seen him running off. Maybe not.
I believe you. Atwood at
dangerous.
the top. Miller, outside shot, blocked by Cam. Chris Crane getting out of the way of the ball, learning his lesson from before. Atwood at the top. Swinging the ball over. Wyatt Cooper able to corral it over to Zach Miller. Miller shot eaten by Cam. 20 seconds still on the power play. Another look at it here. Inside pass. Unable to get his hands on it. Cameron picks up the rebound. A nice pass, letting it bounce nice and high for his defender. Ball moving through Tucker Spencer. Looking to kill off the last second of this power play. Just going to run. A flip pass to 76. Out to Alex Linder. Linder off the boards to Paddleford. Paddleford loves that low to high shot. So does 76. John Hicks there. John, I apologize. I should know your name by now.
It's not like you've been calling 10 different teams, though.
I know, right? A lot of lacrosse players out here today. Atwood carrying the ball down. Thomas Frank and Mason on that righty side, 66 and 63 respectively. 18 eating a big check. Oaks able to break it up. Falls the right way, 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Darcy red eye. That was a nice pickup, but unfortunately for Darcy, he couldn't hold on to it. Good job by the Oaks swarming.
Darcy and Caleb Johnson working down there, unable to find something. Oaks with the chances. This is the longest set of 5-on-5 lacrosse we've had so far this quarter with just 2 minutes to go. Able to get these offenses and defenses competing against each other on equal footing. It's been fun to watch so far. And for the number of penalties we have, scoreless so far. I think both players were responsible there. A good no call.
Papa with it. Carbon Papa, I tell you, he's got a sneaky stick. Everybody sees him run out the back door. You don't think much of it, but he can get up and play some offense.
Cooper over to Miller. Miller back to Cooper. Fakes far.
It goes in.
Near. And we're getting a goal. First one of the third quarter.
And it's been quite the third quarter, like you said. But
Swars in great position there down on the goal line.
Yeah, he sneaks it in, I would say, before that left foot touches him.
I agree. My initial thought was no goal, but it's tough to argue with a guy standing that close.
Well, and plus, it almost looked like it got part of the keeper, but then when you look at it afterwards, it's so far in the back, and then already coming towards us.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the replay there. Great work out of Blue Squash Production putting on this weekend. Timeout called by the Oaks. An interesting one here. That's their one of the half.
Boy, awful early in the half.
Yeah, and not even a last shot opportunity. Hey, maybe they saw something we didn't. Whistles being blown.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why that happened there.
Looking to get the Oaks out on the floor here. Cameron Pelon making his way back to the net. Josiah getting a quick sip of water.
I don't think they're happy with the decision to call the timeout on the bench. Looking down, you can see them kind of talking amongst themselves. And, yeah, one of those, I know.
Nothing to do but move forward from this point, though. Make the most of it. See if you can take this opportunity. Matt Schwarz making sure the shot clock is reset appropriately. 27 seconds set on it. 39 on the game clock here in the third. See what the Oaks can grab from after drawing that one up. Would like to see some penetration here. Paddleford carrying in around the shot. There he goes. Through a couple of defenders. Josiah getting a tough time getting eyes on it. Paddleford pulling it around the defenders back towards that near side pipe. Josiah dropping his left knee down, unable to get a glove on it. We're going to go to the quarter here, tied up 4-4. Another incredible game. What more can you ask for at this point? We're just watching some great lacrosse here in Utica.
No, this is exactly what you want, though. You want to get down to the end of the games. You want everything to be competitive like this because it really is. It provides the best experience for everybody, too. That way you're moving from one game to the next and not having those lapses of spirits. We saw their first, real challenge come into the quarterfinals, and that's not something you really want, especially you talk to a lot of these teams that go on to national tournaments. You're in a position where you don't want to dominate your division. I mean, obviously everybody always says they want to, but it's one of those things. If you're a GM, you really don't want to because you know you need to be tested before you move on to that next level.
Absolutely. You're going to get here and you're going to run into some quality lacrosse teams. You haven't played these tight games throughout your regular season. Your team's not used to these situations, and you have to adapt on the fly. And now teams are able to at times. Just because they had an easy road to the championship doesn't mean that they're not a quality lacrosse team. Doesn't mean that they haven't seen these tight games in other parts of their life. But having the momentum built with the core group that you're bringing to this Nationals is a key component here with another great game here in the semifinals. 4-4, 10 minutes to go. Who can win this quarter and book their ticket to Sunday here in Utica at the NABLL Championship?
Yeah, it's going to be close. That's the only thing I can pretty much guarantee is I think it's going to be tight going down to the wire. I don't see either of these teams laying down. The way the Oaks finished their last game, the way the Lakers had to battle coming through, I don't see either team laying down.
I'm excited to see what happens here. 20 seconds left on the clock here in the quarter break. Teams lining up and ready. Oaks with their standard 3 players back. Lakers matching, mirroring 3 on their own side. I like the 3 back. If they have 2 up front, you're able to match feet with those 2 and still have a free guy. And on the offensive end, you don't have to defend anything. So you have a free guy coming from both sides looking to win this loose ball. Wyatt Cooper, Nathan Powers starting off the fourth quarter here. Wyatt has denied Nathan his normal dominance so far this game. One of the best face-off athletes here at the tournament. Lakers coming up with it, moving the ball down the floor. Backside pass to Miller, puts one away. Miller putting his name on the board again here in the fourth quarter. A great goal. Able to get the early lead. 5-4, 9:23 as the clock ticks on.
Nelson Logan with it, holds on to it, feeds it across, takes a check in the back there. A little slow to get up, but I think he's all right.
Another battle at the dot, won by Cooper this time. Powers chasing the man through the bench, able to get off cleanly. Get a full set of 5 defenders out there for the Oaks. Thompson Jr. swings it to Atwood, cross crease pass, unable to come up with it. Big rebound off the boards by Darcy Redeye. Miss pass by Junior will send the ball down the field. Oaks will get their chance at it now, looking to tie things back up. Tucker Stevens in the corner. Tucker Spencer, pardon me. Up to Kenny Doohan. Alex Linder. Looks like William Prees on the lefty side with Paddleford. Losing Caden Paddleford, a big loss on the lefty side. A lot of weight being carried by Rylan Paddleford and William Prees, nearly out there every shift. Jackson.
It's actually something the Spirits do too. They don't take a lot of breaks with their offensive guys. They rotate D in there, and there's not a lot of change in their offense.
It's something you're seeing in the NLL too as the roster size decreased. Goal here.
What a goal that was.
A great goal by John Hicks here. Going to catch the replay now. Able to create some space inside. Paddleford with the shot. Initial save picked up by Hicks and tucked away to the right side pipe.
What a pickup that was by Hicks, though, and gets it.
But in the NLL, as the roster size decreases, you're getting the offensive guys get cut first. About 6 guys on the offensive end, 3 on each side, and a couple transition guys who can help get those guys rests when they need it. But shortening your bench up there gets your offense working together well, finding their rhythm through the entire game. Miller engaging now, coming over the top, looking for some help. Pass unable to be completed. Over and back called. A twister by Kenny Doohan, unable to find the net. 3-on-1 coming back the other way. Trail guy coming, Miller takes a shot, tucks it again, far side. 6-5. I thought it was 6-5 already.
No, they had just tied it up, I believe.
Oh, that's right. It was 4-4 going into half. Pardon me. Yeah, 6-5 answering to the Oaks goal there. Pardon me. I forgot about Hicks' goal. Everything's blending together at this point in the night.
It is. I believe that was Miller to Miller.
Miller to Miller, brother connection, the family team. The Lakers are able to regain the lead. 5:50 left in the game. Powers wins the faceoff to himself, unable to pick up the loose ball initially. Ball swatted across the floor and picked up by 42, Will O'Neal. O'Neal to Jackson. No lefties on the floor here. This is what I was talking about. They are a little short-handed here. Alex Linder playing on both sides of the floor. Hicks sticking his stick in his left hand. Wow, what a grab by Alex. Good save by Josiah. Ball moved up the floor. No numbers for the Lakers here. Down to Miller. Miller to Miller. Junior.
Zach Miller going in, gets around. Oh, into the crease.
What a goal that would have been. A hat trick. A would-be hat trick to start for the first half of this fourth quarter. A tied game is an impact play for sure. Here comes William Prees back on the floor with Paddleford. Still in Prees' stick. Over to Kenny Dewan. Dewan outside shot. Short on the shot clock, unable to connect with anything. He'll go the other way. Picks it up. Couple fakes, unable to complete the shot. Thomas Stevens. Oaks will go the other way. Need a goal here to tie things up. 4 minutes left in the semifinals, maybe 4 minutes left in the Oaks' life if they're unable to find something here. Hicks joining Paddleford and Linder on the lefty side. Jackson shopping, likes what he sees, doesn't connect. Hicks.
Nice soak there.
A reset was called by the official down on the crease. Paddleford will re-enter, working with Hicks and Linder.
The bench was counting it, and they were yelling from
They're
over.
disagreeing with the reset call initially. Technically, that should be a penalty, I believe. You're unable to lie about the shot clock. Miller picks one up, space. Denied. Rebound. Chris Atwood there to clean up the mess.
There's not much you're going to do with Atwood and Miller down there on it. You know, if they get multiple opportunities, it's going to happen. Great job, Pylons, being able to shut that down. But then Chris Atwood picks it up. And you notice Miller, I mean, that's that NLL experience, too. He gets right out of the way. As soon as he realizes he's in the crease, that foot's there, gets out of the way, in time. Chris Atwood buries that.
Love to see it. A 2-goal lead here with 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Under 4, the clock will stop. A big face-off here for Nathan Powers. Needs to get his team an extra opportunity here. Wins it. Oh, I believe that was stick on stick. And
just had that sound.
Yeah, Wyatt Cooper's stick hit himself in the head there. Paddleford works over to Dewan. Dewan over the top. You're just not seeing that roll to the net. That's what I think is missing out of this offense right now as Tucker Spencer sets his pick and rolls towards the boards, not creating that separation, not making the defender. You take one guy out of the play with the pick, the other defender, you need to force him into making a choice. By going to the net, he either has to guard you or you get your guy open for the outside shot. But the more you do it, the more you set picks, the more chances you're going to get for yourself. Setting a pick, seen as a teammate thing to do, can be done selfishly in order to build yourself some your own opportunities.
And it looks like they may have numbers.
Great job by Lakers getting out. He wants the shot. Tucker Spencer denied by Josiah. A push call, bringing it back the Oaks way. Atwood trying to get off the floor with the opportunity. Alex Linder will pick it up. 2:15 about left in this game. The Oaks need to find one quick here. They've been in this situation before. They need to find something here to keep this magical run going. Block down, pass up, not going to be picked up. Trying to hustle off the floor to get the offense on, but we need the ball first. A great loose ball, a good body.
And a laser pass up.
Broken up just enough. A hard-fought loose ball here. Miller calling for the ball on the far side. A dunk attempt from behind the net. Unable to get around Pilon. Oaks, opportunity there. Squandered by William Prees. Unable to get a handle on this. Miller going to pull it out. Use some clock here. A minute and a half to go. Ball swings to the far side. Chris Atwood hanging on to things. Working inside to Thomas, picking the ball up off the backboard. Takes a shot. Big save by Pilon. Pilon able to pick it up, or pardon me, Oaks able to pick up the rebound, push up the floor. Minute 10 to go. Something's got to happen soon here for the Oaks. Goalie not pulled. Might not just be part of their game. Given practice 6-on-5, how much do you actually gain from it? Paddleford with a chance.
They're calling him now.
Sprung free by Linder. Hard forecheck here. Knocked down by Linder. Late reset given. Oaks dropped the ball over and back. 32 seconds to go. A full shot clock here wins the game for the Lakers. One on his back here, run. Kicks it back out to Miller. Miller happy to sit around the outside. Swings it over inside. Zach yelling no. Calls the ball back. Runs off the floor to get the defense out there. 6 seconds on the shot clock, 8 on the game clock. A matchup between the upstate teams on Sunday here in Utica. As the Lakers take down the Oaks, I wonder how much of an impact you see from that extra game they had to play with the play-in game. Seems like late in this game they just didn't have the gas. Lakers, congratulations on a stellar run through the bracket play. A date with the Spirit coming up next. Any last thoughts before we let you go for the night?
No, I mean, other than I've been preaching for a long time that I think the upstate division is the best, but now we finally get to see it on display. So
I have been an upstate hater, if you will say. It's been the third division, or second or third division. It's third division. The top players go up to Canada. The next tier have stayed in the Can-Am. I think with what COVID did to the Can-Am has opened the door for the upstate NABLL division to grow like this. And you've seen the step up in talent from both the Spirit and the Lakers here. Lakers playing for Woody Seneca, making the redemption tour here. Proud to see the team do what they set out to do. Excited to see the matchup tomorrow, noon Eastern. It'll be a good one.
Absolutely. That's so the last two guys in the line there, that was Beesky Seneca right there, the goalie. That's Woody's brother, and that's his other brother Cam, who's the GM, plays for the Tonawanda Braves, so he didn't get his games in this year for the Lakers. I tried talking him into it. I said, forget them Braves, bud. You know you want to be a Laker, so we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Excited for the matchup. Upstate, the trophy's heading home to Upstate. We'll see you tomorrow.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game.
When it was a gift from the Creator.
A sacred rite. A curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game.
When it was a gift from the Creator.
A sacred rite. A curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to